Well, let's try this again. Hello, friends. If you see the red light at the top, that means I'm live. If you don't, comment hashtag replay in the comments and I will say hi to you on the replay. Okay, I'm just fixing my camera. Okay, I hope I'm on the right page now. I think I am. Say hi when you pop on so I know who's there. Oh boy, here we go. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Doris and Laura. Thank you guys for joining me. You guys, I don't know. Sometimes I just have a moment where I do stupid things like go live on my personal page and I'm just chit-chatting away and I'm like, why is there nobody on? Like, you know, like I'll see a couple people, but, you know, just I knew something wasn't right. So I was live on, on my personal page for a few minutes. So hello, Kelly. Thanks for joining me again. Sorry, I was on the wrong page. Hey, Yvonne. Hi, Raven. Hey, Vicky from Massachusetts. I am doing good. So you guys, I got a new camera mount. So it's up high. I'm going to do a little bit of adjustment. Save my sanity here a little bit, making sure I'm not crooked and weird looking. But okay, so what I told like 3 people that were on the last lie on the wrong page, I'm going to do a craft tonight using this little foam ball. They come in a pack of 6 from Dollar Tree. They're 1.4 inch foam balls, okay? So I think this is super cute. I'm excited for you guys. You were beginning to wonder where I was at. Hey, Kim from Ohio. Thank you for spreading the joy, Christina. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, I was like, why is nobody come? You know, I'm like, I think I could get more than 3 people. Like, where's everybody at? And then I was like, wait a minute. And I think you guys, when you have 2 accounts, if you do, you know that you have to switch between the 2. And sometimes I don't know, I get on the wrong one and then I go, oh, geez. Thank you for sprinkling, Christy. I appreciate that. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to use is Q-tips. Okay, so I went to the Dollar Tree and got the cheapy Q-tips because I didn't want to use the good ones, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make a flower. Now, my grandma McClure, my grandma Rena May, she was the green thumb and she grew all kinds of flowers. And the one flower that I loved was that, if I can say it right, I don't know if I'm saying it right, so forgive me if I don't. Thank you, Cheryl, for spreading the joy. Allium, those big bulbs. She had those big ones that stood up and they had that big stem. Well, I'm going to make kind of like a little bit smaller version. But these are so cute. They're so super cute because I've made some ahead of time. But I'm going to save those to the end to show you guys because I want you to watch how this comes to life because this is so cute. Okay, so I took the Q-tip. Let me show you what I did. So I cut some ahead of time. So I just took the Q-tip. And you could, if you're doing a big one, you can cut them in half, like for the big foam. But I'm only using a small styrofoam, so I just cut it just to have a little tip. I don't need just a little bit of the plastic, so you have about that much left of the stick, and just you can keep those for another project or whatever. Hey Susan, how are you? Your mom has some of those in your flower garden. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. So I was like, oh, I gotta make one of these. So when I was playing around with these last night, I was just sticking them in here. But what I found is that these styrofoam balls are those really like porous ones. They're not that solid foam. So when you stick them in here, what I started to do was just put some hot glue, just a little bit, because you know, hot glue on styrofoam. But I just started to stick them in with a little bit of glue and then they stayed in because when you push these in here, the more you get in here. Hey Virginia, how are you? They start to hit each other and then they'll fall out and then you'll get frustrated and you'll say words. And so it's just easier to do that. So you guys, did you have a good day today? Here in Michigan, we got our how many day in a row, I was gonna say snowstorm, rainstorm. We were at work and one of the ladies that works around the corner from me, she came in and she's like, look outside, because where I work, my office doesn't have a window. So I went into the next office and I was like, holy moly. It was dark and it started raining. It was crazy. So you guys, what I'm doing first is I'm just going around. I'm kind of making just going around, just kind of making a line around the center. You're great, finally off work. That's great. You found, when you were doing rec balls, that it would fall out, the porousness of them. Yeah, I like just using some hot glue. It just gives it some reinforcement here. So yeah, we got a little rain, and then I came home from work, and Blake, you know, I posted earlier about Taco Tuesday. You finally got your package? Oh, great. I was going to ask if you got it. Oh, great. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. Miss Penny was, she won the drawing last month for, you know, for the Spreading the Joy or Sprinkling or SHARE. So she got her little Happy Meal today. Oh, 93 and sunny. Oh. Thank you, Judy, for spreading the joy. I appreciate that. It was like, what did I say, 78? I think that's what it was after work. It wasn't so bad here today, but man, that rain, I looked outside the window at work, and I'm only on the 3rd floor now. I used to be on the 11th floor, but I'm a little bit lower to the ground now, and it was raining so hard. It looked foggy, and it was like blowing so hard. It was raining sideways. It was blowing like crazy rain. Thank you for spreading the joy. Thank you for sprinkling, Vicky. I appreciate that. Okay, you guys, so I'm just going all the way around. Kind of looks like a little sunshine. Because once you get this line, or this is how I did it. I mean, if you've done these before, and whatever works for you, but this is how I've done it. I just go around and start with a line in the middle. That way I can work my way out and kind of fill in. These aren't gonna like totally cover the, hello Charlotte, how are you? 97 is expected Wednesday. Oh, ugh. Guys, I don't like it that warm. I really don't. Ugh. Ugh, I don't. Okay, so we've got our little sunshine, you guys, last night I was messing around with one, and I used a little bit bigger styrofoam ball, and I stuck them out further, but I didn't like the look, so I started snipping them off so I could use the Q-tips for another one. And I took it upstairs and I told Blake I found a COVID, because it looked like, I mean, it was white, it wasn't red like they show the, excuse me, like they show the COVID, but it looked like one of those COVID pictures, you know, you see. What am I putting in there? So this is a little styrofoam ball, and I am using the Q-tips. I just cut a Q-tip, like left a little bit of the, I don't know how many of these I'm going to need. So I just left a little bit of the plastic on the Q-tip, so you don't need that middle part. But if you use the bigger ones, the bigger foam balls, and you want to make bigger, you'll need more of the stem. I would think you would probably want to stick out more, but I love how this looks so cute, you guys. Tomorrow you'll be even hotter. Oh no. What's going on, you guys? What's happening? Why are we getting all this crazy weather? What is it? It can't be because it's June. I mean, what's July and August going to be like if it's like 90s already, you know? Like, is that normal for where you guys live to be that hot? Because that seems really hot for June, but maybe not. Michigan, we seem to be like July and August is when we get our really hot weather. And I don't know about where you guys live, but here our energy company, I don't know if it's a Michigan thing maybe. The world has gone crazy. That's probably it. Is between 2 and 7 p.m. every day. Our electric company, they increased the rate by like 50%. I think I'm saying that right. Like it's 50% more they charge during those peak hours. Oh yeah. So, you know, I try to like not do laundry and, you know, all that stuff, like run the dishwasher. Like we had dinner, so I won't run the dishwasher till like get done crafting because it's not the peak hour, you know. But the other day I was doing laundry and I was like, I gotta hurry up and get it done before I think it was Sunday. I was like, I gotta get it done before the peak hours. I didn't make it, but I tried. I tried. So this is a little bit, it's probably kind of boring for you guys, but it's a little bit of a little lengthy. So I got another row on there. Okay. How cute is that looking? I'm supposed to look like a little sun. Yes, we have consumers. You got the notice? I'm doing laundry. Didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what the word is, that between 2 and 7 the rates go up. So, you know, they tried to get you to get those special, like, whatever, the thermostats or whatever, that it would dial it back for you and stuff like that. But apparently maybe people weren't doing that enough, so they decided they're just going to do it themselves and just jack the rates up, I guess. I don't know. As if they don't get enough money. I mean, doesn't our air run like pretty much all the time when it's this kind of weather? I don't know. I don't think they're running short on funds, but I don't know. Maybe Mother Nature is off her meds. Well, I don't know. I think it's, I asked Blake about that. I'm like, is that forever? Are they doing that forever? And he thought it was just to, like, probably through the fall. Oh, well, I'm glad that your companies aren't rude like that, but oh, but the rate monthly is like, oh. You know, we haven't been put on any of those, like, well, we probably won't have to worry about it now with all this rain, but you know how you can only, like, water on certain days of the week and all that stuff, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that for a while. I think we've gotten, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 inches of rain in the past week. It's crazy here, you guys. I don't know if my aunt's on right now, but where she lives, she has a river that runs, like, on, I want to say, like, well, she's on an island, so if that says anything, but the water was getting kind of high, and they've had to use sandbags before to keep it from their house, but they're not bad this time. But after that, we had tornadoes here on Saturday. Yeah, I think it was yes, it was Saturday. So it was crazy. I mean, there was tornadoes, like a lot of them, like, and it was crazy. Where we're at, there wasn't really. I mean, we just had rain, but kind of around us there was crazy weather. So you guys, I'm really excited for you to see this once I get it all together. So I'm only doing one of these tonight. That's why I did some ahead of time, so you guys could see like a bouquet of them. I knew this would take some time, but this is such a easy, inexpensive way to do some decor. It really is. It's so cute. Okay, so we have 1/2 done. So see what we have? This little, it looks like a little germ. It is. It's a little germ. I think it's so cute. And what I did, you guys, is I just kind of like staggered them so they're not right over. So like you see, it looks like a little triangle. I just staggered them so there's no line. So that's all I did. And you're supposed to have a rainy weekend, it figures. Oh, yeah, on the holiday. Well, last Saturday, Blake and my son and we took a, I don't know how, like, the gun laws are where you live, but here, you know, we can conceal carry. And you guys, I have really no intention of conceal carrying a weapon. I don't, you know, like, I'm not afraid of guns. I'm not, you know, I work for a federal agency and I can't carry a gun in my car or on the property. So I don't think I would ever carry, but because this is how I do things. If somebody's going to do something to my family and it's going to require a class, I'll just take it too, so that I've done, right? Years ago when I was married, before, my husband we got a motorcycle and he wanted to get his motorcycle license. So I was like, I have no intention of driving the motorcycle, but I'll get the license too. So guess what? I have a motorcycle license. So we went to this class. It was very informative. I learned a lot. I didn't learn just about carrying a gun. I learned about like home defense and protection and laws that I never knew. It was very informative. I was very impressed by the stuff I learned. Like, I was really impressed. But I did have to shoot a gun, obviously, to get the license, and it was kind of fun. I have to admit, it was kind of fun, and I learned some things, and I'm happy that I did it. Like I said, I'm not. I think Blake heard me. Blake was in the military, so he likes guns, you know. I mean, a lot of guys like guns, right? So, and I lived alone until I moved in with Blake, so I did have my own handgun just in case I ever needed it. You know, so now I'm official. Oh, it's supposed to rain there in North Louisiana all week. Oh my goodness. So it's everywhere. It's raining everywhere, huh? Everywhere. I don't know, you guys. It's crazy. But this weekend, let's see. This weekend, Blake's oldest, her birthday's on the 5th. She'll be 19. She has a birthday. And my niece Josie, my brother's, his third daughter, I think she'll be 8. And she's on 4th of July. She's the 4th of July baby. So she's a little firecracker. You just had a storm in Ohio? It's probably coming this way. Probably coming this way. Yeah, it was crazy, you guys. It's like my mom and my sister were in Wisconsin over the weekend, and they were coming home during like those storms. And I think they were literally in between. They were like in between the storms, like that were coming like into Chicago. Your oldest son's birthday's on the 3rd, and he'll be 51. Nice. Yes. My niece, she's the one who asked me if I was going to craft. They were on watching last. Because my mom was there on Friday. They were asking if I was going to craft with them this weekend at the campground. But I don't know how that's. Well, I guess we're going to have to look at the weather to see what. Cheryl, where are we going on our honeymoon? You know what? I don't know. Somebody needs to ask him. I don't know what we're doing. We were talking about it the other day. I think he threw something out about going on a fishing trip. And I said, well, for one, he said going on a fishing trip to Canada. And neither one of us have the enhanced license. And his passport expired. So I said, we're not going. I'm not getting a passport or an enhanced license in that short amount of time. So we're not going to Canada. If we could go to Canada, I don't even know if we can, but, anyway, I'm not sure. I had said to him, have you guys, anybody that's in Ohio is familiar with the Hocking Hills? Is that what it is? Was it like a state park? Because I have seen some pictures and it looks amazing, like some caves and stuff. I think it must be closer to Kentucky. If anybody knows, please tell me. Oh, your oldest granddaughter turned 17 today. Well, happy birthday to her. 17. Is she a senior? Going to be a senior in high school then? Exciting times. Yeah, but that looked really cool because thank you for spreading the blessings. Penny, I appreciate that. I thought it'd be cool to go there because he likes to be on the water, and I thought, a fishing trip, I know, right? I'm like, Hocking Hills is beautiful. That's where you need to. That's what I said. And there's a ton to do there. Okay, see, that's what I see the pictures. I mean, like, there's been pictures posted on Facebook, and I was like, I think that would be cool to stay like in a cabin there. And, we could do like kayaking and stuff. We love that. Lots of hiking and beautiful. Well, I don't know if I don't know if I can get him to hike, but I thought I could lure him with like the kayak or the water because he loves to float on a river. You guys, he loves doing that. So if I could lure him in with that. Oh, beautiful waterfalls and trails. Oh, see, that sounds. Okay, but how will it be at the end of August? Will it be like 100 degrees? Because, I know it gets. I guess it wouldn't matter if we're in the water, right? Just jump in the water. That's what I thought it would be. It would be fun. I love Tennessee. But I wanted to do something different, you know. So I thought it would be fun to go somewhere. Oh yes, we'll post pictures for sure. I was even, you guys, just today I did, so the plan for, I think I told you the wedding is like really small, just our family, like aunts and uncles, and then our, that's as far as we went, like our parents, our siblings, and then aunts and uncles, and that's it. And then we're gonna have dinner at a restaurant here in Battle Creek, and then we've invited like all of our like cousins and friends and everybody to come out afterwards, because they'll have a band that plays and stuff like that, and we'll have like cupcakes and stuff. But you know, this is a wedding where we have to pay for it, so we're not trying to be cheap, but we're like, okay, what can we do? Hey, Aunt Jana, how are you? It's 100 there. Oh my goodness. It's 100 in Montana. Oh my gosh. You guys are having a heat wave out there though. It's like, cause isn't it like Washington State is really hot right now too? Oh, guys, keep that weather out there. We don't need that here. Okay, you guys, check it out. We have our little allium bulb. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. So what I did is I just took, this is just a wonky cut little solo cup, or the generic version from Dollar Tree, and I have paint color of Pink Parfait. It's apple barrel. Wait, no one told me my camera wasn't flipped again. No one told me. Hold on, you guys, I had it flipped earlier. Okay, how's that? I didn't even notice. It looks like a dandelion. It does. It looks like a dandelion before you poofed it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna squirt some of this pink paint in here in this cup, and I'm probably gonna put more than I need, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So I just have some in there, about that much, and I'm gonna take some of my water. First, I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna pour it in here just a little bit, and I'll see how it is, how it looks. Okay. You can read and see backwards. Well, I had it flipped. Okay, in my defense, I had it flipped when I went live on the wrong page, and then when I was trying to hurry up and put my comment, you know, my post in before I jumped back on live, because I figured you guys would be like, well, where the heck is she? And I forgot to flip it again. How did I make the ball? Okay, so I took one of these. It's a 1.4 inch foam ball that you can get from Dollar Tree. There's like a pack, I think there was 6 of them in here. So I took that, and I took Q-tips, and I just snipped them off. I just left a little bit of the plastic, about that much, and then just, whoops, and then I hot glued them in. You didn't have to, but what I found is if you didn't hot glue them, they would, well, Blake just said, why do I hear dog tags? Because your dog is down here. Hold on. His dog is laying, Gabby's laying down here. So I hot glued them in so that they would stay, and we wouldn't have to worry about them falling out. So that's how I did. Okay, so I'm just taking a little paint stir stick, or don't, she's fine. Oh, hold on. She's all right. She likes to be down here with her mama. Okay, so I just stirred this up, and you try to get it really good stirred up because it can kind of get chunky. I'm gonna pour this. I had about maybe 20 extra in there, but I can always make another flour. So I'm gonna use the second one. What I'm gonna do is you just sit this right in here, and as you do that, it's going to absorb, because it's a Q-tip, it's gonna absorb the paint, okay? So I'm just gonna scooch it around here. You guys, these are so cute. So super cute. Okay. And it's hard to really gauge how much water and paint you need, so just like kind of trial and error to see how it goes, because let me see how I'm looking here. So check out what we have. You want to see her? I'm not sure where she's a black lab. You guys, she's not blind, but she's I want to say, for a human, she's probably legally blind. One of those kind of, you know, situations where it's so sad because she'll almost like run into the door before she realizes she's at a door, but she's a sweet dog. Blake and her have been at odds lately because she's been getting into the garbage can. And so she has been sticking tight to me because, you know, he's not been too happy with her. So, okay. So what I'm going to do, so we've got it covered, but I'm going to sit it. Oh, you were just with the puppies? Oh my goodness. I am going to pour the excess over the top of this so it's going to cover the white of the styrofoam, but I'm going to add a little bit more paint here. You love black labs? You have one named Lucy. Well, her name is Gabby Lou, and we call her Lucy Goosey and Gabby Lou and Lou, and we just call I don't know about your family, but when we have pets, it's like they have multiple names. Like sometimes they're not even called what they, you know, what they were really named. But okay, I'm just adding a little bit more in here because I'm going to try to make that center part not white, so it looks like the color. Because, you know, alliums are, they're real, like, they're pokey, and I don't know how to describe it, but, you know, they kind of spread apart, so you don't really, they have so much, you don't really see the ball part. But with these, you could pack them in there. You're getting your instructions to take care of them. I might have to come down and visit when you have them. Oh, her eyes are open. Oh, Lucy has several names too. I know, isn't it funny? All right, you guys. So I'm just pouring over this. You don't have to do this part. I liked the look of it. So I'm gonna sit it in this one. I'm gonna pour this back over this. And what I did was I let this set overnight to dry, and I put it on a, well, let me grab one. Oh, you're leaving them at errands and you'll go back and forth. Aw, they're probably used to being there. Okay, so here is our pink flower. I'm gonna hold it up so you guys can see it. How cute is that, you guys? Is that not cute? So I'm gonna sit that there for just a second. Let me get this stuff out of the way. We have Mary from Louisiana. Well, hello, Mary. Okay. I just took, this is just a stem off from one of the flowers. Yeah, he probably would to keep them where they're used to being. So I just took a stem off from one of the flowers from, you know, my plethora of flowers from Dollar Tree, right? I just have a ton of them over there. And I'm just going to stick this in here as a stem, right? I'm going to try anyway, okay? So I want to try to get it in far enough. Okay, there we go. So that it'll flap a little bit. You could use thicker stems. It will flop a little bit, but that's okay. And I'm going to, this was the leaf that was on it. This was just, I don't know what this was. I just plucked some, and I'm just gonna put a little glue on the front here and just kind of squeeze it on. So we have our little flower. Whoops, I turn it the wrong way. Okay, so like I said, I would let this, you can see when you tip, you know, it's the Q-tip, you're gonna wanna let it dry overnight, but for the sake, oh, I poked it really far through, you guys. Ooh, back it up a little bit, back it up. Okay, you probably didn't see it, but it was up there a little far. Okay, so I will let this set, but I'm gonna show you what I did with the other ones, okay? Well, you thought this was cute, right? Wait till you see these. Look at these. How cute are these, you guys? So this one's super long, so we want to probably chop this one down because it's a little bit too heavy for our vase. Let's see. Just trim them to where you get them, like, so they can be flopped over like that. I think I think it's a little heavy because it's wet. I don't know, because the other ones are peaked up or perked up a little bit more. But let me just lay her back down here so it can dry while I'm messing around with these. I found this jar at Dollar Tree. It looks like a vase. This looks like a newer vase. And then this color I used is called, so you can see that's still a little white in there, right? It's not perfect. This is Laguna. I think it was Apple Barrel Laguna, I believe. And this was Key West. So that's such a pretty color. Well, thank you guys. And then this was, look how that one curved a little bit. This was, I think, called Sunny Day. And I thought those were adorable. Are those not adorable? And then you just add in this, when we add the pink parfait, is that what I said it was? Yeah. Our pink parfait in there. But you could add as many or as few as you want. But isn't that cute for a little decor for a table? Just something simple and easy. You just jumped on. Well, I will recap what I did. I will tell you what I did. I used one of these 1.4 inch styrofoam balls from Dollar Tree. And I bought a packet. There was 300 in here, you guys, and there's that little bit left on the bottom of all these, because I did these, but then I have a couple of big ones. Now you're gonna have to make some. They're fun. I mean, I just sat here last night watching TV when I was just putting them in there, and then just paint them whatever color you want to match the decor. Now you could use food coloring as well. But I just decided to use a little bit of paint and some water it down. It works just as good. It's just absorbing, and these are totally dry, you guys. And they almost feel like, the way they dried, almost like a little crunchy. So it's not like the cotton from the Q-tips isn't like soggy or anything. They dry like hard. Whoops, I touched the wrong one. Yeah. Yes, all really nice. So then you just clip off if you're gonna do bigger ones, you can clip it in the middle so it would stick out farther, and I can show you what that would look like if you did it. Because I have a big one, a big purple one. I'm not thrilled with it, but see, if you leave it longer, it just sticks out further. And let me grab the purple one I did last night, the first one I did, and I'll show you what it looks like, the big one. All right, so I was messing around with this, and I didn't pour, see how they're coming loose a little bit. This was my first one, and I didn't hot glue all of them. It's like, so they're kind of a little sparse in there. But do you see how this one looks kind of like the big bulb that, but that's why I started to pour the paint over it to fill in where the white is. Because I took it upstairs last night, and Blake's like, well, it's not white in the middle, is it? I said, well, you can't get the paint to absorb, into the foam. So that's when I started to pour it. When I did these, I poured it just to kind of fill in so you wouldn't see that. So this one, I thought I would paint this. I just stuck the stick in here earlier because this one is so heavy. These little stems don't work for it. So I just picked this dowel up, and I was messing around with it. So this is the one that reminds me of my grandma's the most, because these are like her big ones. But again, it's like the way it dried, it's really solid. So, but this was just a cute little idea I thought was adorable. When I got these 3 done last night and sitting in there, I was like, oh my gosh, these are so cute. And you guys, I just left them, and I might just leave the pink ones sitting. I did that with these last night. I left them sitting up so that they weren't laying on the absorbing into the paper towel, and they seemed to dry fine. The purple one looks like an allium, yeah. And you know what? I started to Google or did a search on these. They do come in all different colors. The purple one I think is what we're used to seeing, those big giant purple ones, but they do come in all different colors. It looks like dandelions. It does, doesn't it? I just think these would be really cute, like on your, like an end table or a side table, or even like in a guest bedroom or something. How cute is that? And simple, you guys. Literally foam balls and Q-tips. Simple as could be. And then just some stems of whatever. I mean, you could use sticks from your yard if you wanted to, make them more rustic. You're welcome for the recap. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You guys didn't take us that long, and I hope if you create some of these or any other crafts that you guys create, that you will share them on the Rowena May Inspired Crafty Friends page. You just request to be added and I will get you added in. It's a nice little page when people share the crafts that they make. It doesn't have to be a craft that I've made. It can be any kind of craft that you use. Use bamboo sticks painted green. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. You know, the pink, I had to do a different color for tonight, but I really love this arrangement right here. I think this is a super cute arrangement with these because of the vase that I used. And I just picked this up. I think at Dollar Tree they had ones that were just solid white, and I just decided to grab the blue, and then I just kind of went because I love the Laguna and the Key West color, and then I love yellow. So, but you guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Don't forget, if you Spread the Joy Sprinkle or SHARE to let me know in the comments, because we are nearing the end of the month. Let's see. Well, this is it. This is my last live for June. So this is it after, let's see, after tomorrow. I'll be closing out the SHARE and the sprinkling. Well, thank you, Virginia. You're still thinking about the caterpillar. So cute. When you guys see, I added, most of you probably saw that I added the, I added her eyelashes on. I put her back here, and I got her little lashes on yesterday. I don't know if you can see them very well. See, she's got her lashes up here. So cute. You guys, I went to the Dollar Tree looking for lashes. I didn't see them, right? I went one day and I did not see them, right? So I go back like yesterday, I think, and they had all these little tiny ones, like just little, they're like that. And I was getting ready to hot glue them on, and they have glue on them. I didn't even know. So that was super easy. I just stuck them on there. Thank you. Thank you for sprinkling. She is so cute. You guys, please, somebody make her and post it on the page, because I want to see someone else do one, because she was a little challenging. She was a little challenging to get her all together, but I would love to see if you guys do it. So you guys, thank you for joining me again, and I really appreciate it. And I will be back Friday. I was thinking I may craft Friday morning. I'm gonna craft Friday night, but I may craft Friday morning because I'm not working that day. And I thought, well, maybe I could do a couple things, because I just got some more. You know, I just started with Magnolia Design Company, and I just got some more awesome stencils, and I'm excited to try them out. So maybe I'll hop on and do one of those during the day. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I hope you stay cool and safe. And I will see you sometime Friday. Oh, you're off Friday too? Friday and Monday. Great 4-day weekend. Looking forward to it. But I will see you Friday sometime. At least 7 o'clock, but maybe earlier in the day. I think you'll see me sometime during the day, but I just don't know what time I'm going to get around. So I can't tell you. So, but thank you guys so much. Oh, you're going to PM me? Well, PM me about it, because I would love to hear from you. But thank you guys for joining me, and have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.